Even when he is silent, I believe. Scars tell a story, tears bathe the wound. Mercy will come as grace gently soothes. I will choose to be strong, choose to hold on. I believe. There were stripes on his back as he carried the cross. A ransom was paid to recover the loss. He chose to be weak so I could be strong. I believe. I believe. I believe in the sun, even when it's not shining. I believe in love when it seems to be hiding. And I believe in God, even when he is silent. I believe.
Oh, get it. Tucked between the pages of an old tattered Bible was a letter dated 1944. According to the heading, it was written by a father to his son while he was serving in the war. The condition of the paper made it difficult to read, but I could tell his hand was trembling as he wrote. It said, if you get to heaven before I do, rest assured, son, I'm coming to. Watch for me, and if you're able, save me a seat at the supper table. And at the bottom of that letter, in a different colored pen, was a note dated 1963. It started out by saying, Dad, I've held on to this letter that you wrote because it meant so much to me. And I'm not sure that you can hear me, so I'm gonna write it down, and I'll just leave it with you right here by your bed. And this is what it said. It said, if you get to heaven before I do, rest assured, Dad, I'm coming to. Just watch for me, and if you're able, save me a seat
for waking up.
Good
with
morning.
us.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cindy.
Good morning, Ricky.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
You sure looked handsome the other night.
Why, thank you. Thank you. Did you
Yes,
enjoy?
an
Did you
angel
enjoy
good
it?
morning.
Did you see anything that we streamed live?
I did. It was
Good.
great.
Good. Yeah, I really want to. I want to go on stage with you. That would
Oh, I
be
do
an honor.
too.
Yeah.
Can we do a radio show and y'all just have your conversation later?
Oh. You know he on us now like a shirt. Thank you.
Well,
Hi,
I'm glad
Marie.
we can see y'all's faces. Can't see
Marie.
your bodies behind the black backdrop, but we can see your faces.
I got on plenty of white.
I think I got enough.
Now, Ricky,
Yes.
you really think we're coming to you for answers?
No.
How you
No.
like the way I spelled with?
Yeah, that's why it says on the back,
WITHY, whatever. Everybody knows what I mean.
Oh yeah.
You just got back from West Virginia.
Yeah.
There's that.
Good morning, Cindy.
That's how Elmer Fudd spelled it.
Somebody needs to turn down their volume.
That's Ricky.
That might be me.
He's got all the answers.
Yeah. They own me today, Cindy. They got me already.
Cindy, how are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you, Frank?
I am doing great. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I had a wonderful weekend. Friday, I got to get away and go see my grandbaby. So
That's
I
cool.
got a good dose of being a grandmother. So that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, y'all could take
But
these
I
storms
missed
back
y'all.
that way.
Yeah, I missed doing the show Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. I was busy, but I missed it.
I didn't.
You didn't?
Just for the record, between Cindy and Frank, they have banished me and Ricky and Heath and told us we need to straighten out.
Yeah.
Heath got put in time out for about 3 hours the other day
Did you
for
shut him down,
for
Cindy?
his naughty comment.
Did you shut him down, Cindy?
I did. I have veto power because I'm an administrator, so I can delete comments. So if anyone's listening and they pop in anything, bad words or anything, if they're deleted, I did it. So be mad at me.
Well, Frank got on somebody the other week that was acting stupid and deleted them.
He sure did.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that was on the other program.
Yeah,
though.
I know, but Frank will zap you too.
Yeah, I was
Me and
zapping
Ricky
you.
get to cutting up. We forget where we are sometimes. So,
And Heath went to Maine, got redeemed. So.
yeah, Heath's done been up to the Arctic Circle. Let's get going good with the pretty song by Cindy called "On Christ the Solid Rock." All skate. Sound like a Charlie Brown cartoon, don't it?
Hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. On other ground is sinking sand. When darkness veils his lovely face, I rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. On other ground is sinking sand. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All
The smooth sounds of Cindy Hewlett here on WSMTH Smooth Radio.
Cindy, you had to enjoy doing that song, didn't you?
Well, we actually enjoyed it so much I did it too.
You sure did.
I didn't record it. I just went in there and sang it. It was fun.
You had to enjoy
It is
doing
a
that
We
song.
should have recorded it, though, Mark. We should have kept it.
I know. Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Hey, is Dooley on here this morning?
I haven't seen him yet.
Matt
No, I haven't
Dooley's
seen
not
him.
on?
No, I haven't seen him.
Man, somebody better call the rescue squad.
Yeah. Cindy, you had to enjoy doing that song because you sing that so well. Oh, my God.
Don't say
I
that.
did.
She don't like it when you say
That is so beautiful.
Oh, my
I couldn't-
goodness.
That's a beautiful
I couldn't
song.
hear you, Ricky. I didn't hear what you said.
I said you had to enjoy doing that because that is a beautiful song. You sang that awesome.
It is. It just has that tricky. You have to come in
Yeah.
at that last point, at the end of the bass. It's a little bit tricky. Yes, it is. It's so much fun to
Well,
do.
see, that's
It is.
that's a different style of music. So you know, that whole thing
is.
it's
It has
different.
a little bit of jazz, a jazz feel to it.
And
But,
yeah, and jazz artists, they always come across just a little bit different from what we're
Yeah.
used to.
well, I'm a little bit different, so I guess it fits me being a little bit different.
So how was your weekend?
Definitely. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I know how Ricky's was.
Oh, mine was.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was great. It was relaxing. We got some more of that rain, the 1 inch rain. The raindrops are 1 inch apart. We had a
Wow.
few of those rains like that, so it was great. We
Well-
had a great weekend.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Well, I can't wait
We
to
don't
hear
get 1
this.
inch rains. We get rains that are 1 inch apart. I guess.
Can't wait to hear what, Frank?
My sister Dale signed on. Good morning.
Okay.
And her daughter Michelle, who's a flight attendant for Southwest.
Yeah.
She said Michelle helped save a life last night.
Oh wow, that's
I
awesome.
can't wait to hear that story.
Yeah, we'll share that on the air once we get it.
Good morning, Prince. I thought you'd probably be in bed asleep if you're working midnight.
What's up, Mike?
Well, I can tell you what Ricky and I did.
Yeah, tell them.
Well, that'd be a good time for me to go get some coffee.
No, we'll just
be a while.
It'll just no, we'll just. For those of you that missed it, we went up to the coolest place. I'm still sitting here inviting friends. We went up to the coolest place. It's a whole town that was.
Yes.
They began building it in 1888, and looked like they stopped building it probably in about 1945 or 50.
Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it is inhabited by people. It was started first initially by the Methodist Church, and it's just the families. There's 900 and something houses there.
Yeah.
and it's built right on Lake Erie, and it's absolutely beautiful.
the most
You couldn't even
beautiful
find a
place.
piece of paper on the ground.
I walked around to look just to see if I could find one, and I didn't.
Ricky and I went riding around looking for the ghetto. We couldn't find that.
We couldn't find that.
Yeah.
And Mark was also looking for some Democrats.
We're trying to find. I didn't want Ricky to be left out. I didn't want Ricky to be on his own.
He rode around looking for some Democrats.
We saw a lot of silos.
Yeah,
we
we
took
did.
the scenic route because we didn't want to have to come back through Washington, D.C. So we saw a lot of silos.
Cindy, guess
Ricky thought they were mosques. Ricky said, "Y'all got a lot of Muslims up in here, don't you?" He thought they were mosques.
Guess
I said, Ricky, that's a silo.
guess where I went? I went.
Now, I saw some pictures you posted of West Virginia.
Oh no!
Oh, my
Yeah, we
goodness.
came down through
That's
West
the most
Virginia and-
beautiful
But
place
we-
I've ever seen.
We
On
went through
pictures.
West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland.
I seen where Mark grew up at.
Really?
I took him to the old home place.
Ghetto child running wild.
That ain't no ghetto up there, man.
This boy straight out the hood.
I told you, man.
This
There-
boy straight
We
out
were
the
always
hood.
scared somebody's going to come slash the tires on our house. I've told you that
I'm
100
telling you.
times.
They're all dims there.
Oh, I'm telling.
No, not there.
When we was right outside the house, it was pretty amazing. I would tell you, this
Did he
boy's
take
a thug. Mark a thug.
Did he
I
take you
don't
by
feel
Robert
so
Bird's?
bad no more.
Did he take you by Robert Bird's?
No, Did we go by Robert Bird's?
No, we went down Robert C. Byrd Highway.
Okay. Well, who's the guy that was stuck in the ditch? The drunk guy.
Oh, that was Malcolm. Steve Harmon's dad, Malcolm.
No, but
when Steve comes on.
Well, who's the Buckshot or whatever?
Buckshot Wickline.
Yeah.
We went by Buckshot Wickline's house. We went by Jackie Shelton's house. Buckshot Wickline's. I ain't kidding you.
I'm gonna tell you, I had so much fun, but I got a chance to see where Mark came from. He's straight out the hood.
Cindy, you need to go. You need to go up there with me.
I want to, Ricky. The report I received from Mark that all of you guys slept, and he had to do all the driving because you guys were sleeping.
He wouldn't
Is
give
that
up the
true?
wheel. Mark did. He wouldn't give up the wheel till he had to do all
Who was
that.
I going to give it to? Everybody was asleep. I wasn't trusting anybody. Nobody could get. If that van rolled 30 feet, everybody in the van.
I was up with you most of the time. I only slept maybe once or twice. I slept once or twice. Then he had nerve.
Yeah, once or twice
Yeah.
for 8 or 9 hours apiece.
Yeah, no, this is what he did. I'm sitting there sleeping, mouth all open. He said he done got me on.
We all
live.
counted your teeth.
He got me on live. I'm like, man, what are you doing?
We all counted your teeth.
I wanted evidence.
You sure did put it way out there.
Man, Reese Sanchez
Yeah.
and Kinsey
Killed it.
smashed it.
Oh yeah, they did an awesome job.
They
Those two
smashed
together,
it,
yeah, they
man.
really did. I'm gonna tell you, I'm really proud of them, and I'm proud of everybody that went because it was a very enlightening experience.
Yeah, and it was actually Kinsey's date, and Ree went to be the opening act and the background singer. And I got to tell you, that shows so much professionalism
That's right.
to take a supporting role.
Yeah.
And
Yes, it
it was
does.
Kinsey's
Yes, it does.
concert, but Ree did a couple songs to open, and then she sang background with Kinsey.
Yeah.
And it was I was so proud of Ree.
Yeah.
And her performance was just, I mean, she'll probably, I'm expecting any day to get a call to have her come back and do a concert there. They were kind of stunned by that.
I want to go.
And Kinsey just smashed it.
Yeah.
She just smashed it. We
Yeah.
had about 2,000 or so people there.
She looked like she was watching too much Faith Hill.
Who, Kinsey?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had.
She got the movements and all that.
I mean, she had it going
the
on.
crowd going.
Yeah.
She had she
Come
had
on,
the crowd
sing with
going.
me.
Sing,
Yeah.
come on, get with us. Whoa, whoa!
She looked like little Faith Hill up there.
Yeah.
I was proud of her.
It was
Me
beautiful.
too.
It was beautiful, Cindy. I'm gonna tell you that.
I kept calling him Rendersella and Bleeping Sooty.
Yeah, I saw that. I got that picture on my phone.
Or Beeping Slooty. Beeping Slooty and Rendersella.
It was it was just a beautiful trip. I'm gonna tell you.
My Dougly Ucklings.
Yeah, you put that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mark
Nobody
will,
believed me.
Mark will put you on blast.
I need to help him come up with a name for you.
Me?
I'm going to start working on that. Yeah.
Thank you, Cindy.
Cindy, I can give you a whole list of them here, but we can't do them online.
Yeah.
that are appropriate for.
Yeah, what Mark already calls it. I can give you a whole list.
I told him I was going to turn him into a Tumpkin, so maybe they could, maybe I could be like the Gary Fudmother or something.
Yeah, come on, Cindy. Work on a name for him because he got names for everybody else.
We'll get together.
Here's Kinsey with What the World Needs Now. No, it ain't. There it is. I needed it about 4 seconds earlier.
You sure did.
Oh, well, anyway.
I look around at all the faces and I see all the lonely people looking back at me. Rich, poor, don't matter, we're all the same. Everybody's hungry in a different way. We're crawling and climbing and kicking and screaming, fighting, but really
Yeah, man.
It
was
just
amazing.
amazing.
It was great.
It was amazing.
Yep.
Morning, Angie.
People coming
Well,
on.
we can get Cindy to book us a big vacation up there and let Smallest Gifts.
We're talking about taking.
Well, maybe
us a-
not Smallest Gifts pay for it, but we
Yeah,
can get
we're
some
working
sponsors
on it.
pay
We're
for it.
working on
We're
coming over.
talking
To,
about it.
we're working on going over to Texas and stopping in Fort Payne, and with our
Yeah, we're
our
working
trip.
on
We're
it.
we're getting ready to put our trip together that we've been.
What can we do
Yeah.
up there, though?
I don't know. We got to get somebody to.
That's a long
That's a
haul up
long
there.
We're
way to
working
go.
on a
We need a check at the
sponsor.
end
Yeah.
of it.
You
Yeah,
sure
that's
do.
what we're working on sponsors, Frank.
Yeah, we're gonna be going up against like the fifth dimension and
Oh, not there. We're working
Jefferson
on
Starship.
Texas trip.
A fishing trip. Was that what you said?
Texas.
Oh, a Texas
she
trip.
said a Texas trip. Yeah.
Yes, you'll have to. It's hard for me. It's harder. I'm on. Mark has so many phones, but the phone I'm on today, it's a little harder for me to hear and probably for you to understand me.
Were you on a different phone?
Yeah, we're on the Nashville line right now.
Right. It
and so the
it
other
doesn't
phone
sound
works
as good as
better.
the other one. And I've
Right,
left
the
my
other
little
one's better.
attachment that goes to that to the other phone. That's why I had to switch them out today. So it's hard to hear
That's
Cindy.
fine.
It sounds like you're on a
That's fine.
phone instead of like you're in the studio. But that's all right.
Yes,
Hey, look
that's
on the
okay.
table, folks. We got some hats coming in. We need some more. If you'll send us a hat, we'll be glad to put it on the table and wear it and have fun with it and all that kind of stuff. We
Yeah.
got everybody got in a military mood, and we got a bunch of military and police hats and stuff like that. And those are great. We love them. But
Y'all send us in. If you got a hat, send it to us.
yeah, send it to
Send
us.
us a hat.
And the address is
Come on, Angie. I know you got a hat.
4832
I was
Haygood
just
Road.
reading, guys. I was just reading a list this morning of things that guys or men over 40 should not do or have. And
Well, go ahead and
ball-
read it to
ball
them,
caps
since
was
I'm
one of
38.
them.
Okay.
All right, so
Ball
what?
caps is one of them.
What is it? Ball caps is
The
one.
list-
Men shouldn't wear ball
Ball
caps.
caps, yeah, things that men over 40 should not wear or do or own. And I have to tell you that skinny jeans was on there and Speedos were on there. Like this, like that.
I told you I put on a Speedo one time, didn't I?
Yeah.
You
oh,
just
yeah,
be
you
completely
told us.
naked, Carmen.
I know. I put on a Speedo 2 years ago. I still ain't found it.
You'll be completely naked.
I don't know where it went.
No Speedo, no baseball cap, no more skinny jeans. Let me
Yeah,
see what
I
you
can't
wear. Hold
wear
on,
my
let me see
skinny
what you're wearing
jeans.
today.
Yes. If you notice
just
the trend
cut
for
his short
suits
sleeve.
anyway for young men, and they look good on young men, but they wear short pants, those high water pants that were popular back in the 60s.
'Cause they
so
think
they
it's-
wear the skinny, the jackets are too short.
I know.
If we'd worn suits like that, our mother would have said, you need to, we would have passed it down to the younger brother.
Cindy, if I didn't
know.
wear a hat, I wouldn't have any hair.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it
That's
look-
what keeps my hair moisturized.
is that- I ain't gonna say what Ricky's putting on his to keep it moisturized because it got Heath putting
No.
time out. Don't say it.
No, yeah, you can. It looked. No, you won't.
Heath
get it.
went right into
That's
time out over it.
I know he did, but bless his heart, we love him. And
We
and
love
fortunately,
Heath.
I forgive him.
I'm getting douches and I love Heath, but he has to go time out because he said a dirty word.
She operates like Jesus
Yes,
does.
he did. Yes, he did.
He said an inappropriate word.
Wow. I didn't know you had put him in timeout. I didn't find out until Mark told me.
You know, I'm going to text him right now.
Yeah, text him, make sure he calls in on the Nashville line because I can't get him on the other line. He's still traveling, or he told me he was
Was he?
coming. Yeah, he told me he's coming through Virginia last night or whatever it was. And he was singing New River as it come through the New River Valley. I said, I
yeah.
appreciate it. Send me about 20 cents.
I'm going to tell you that New
Mark,
River Gorge.
do you have new? We need to sometime this week. We need to get the New River song or line it up. If you could put it in your lineup, I'd love for people to hear that and then show a picture. We could show a picture.
I can
of
show the little
how
video I
beautiful
did
that
of
is.
New River.
Oh, we need to do that. That would
Yeah,
be
I
so
can do
good.
That'd be that's easy.
I'm telling you, that place is so beautiful, boy. I just wanted to. Boy, I wish I had wings so I could just see the whole thing because it was so beautiful.
Yeah, West Virginia is pretty.
Well, you
It
should
is,
have had him stop and let you go whitewater rafting.
Man, I looked at some of them.
Was it the Gauley River? No, that's Alabama, ain't it?
No, the Gauley
Gauley up
Bridge,
there, too?
the Gauley Bridge, Gauley River, and the Golly Bridge, West Virginia, and then the New River.
How'd you
and
like the New River Bridge Gorge?
We didn't go across it. We
didn't
went.
go across.
We didn't go that way.
Oh,
We went across the Piney Creek Gorge, the Piney Creek Canyon. We sure did.
well, we could have shared a story when we flew underneath that with Buddy.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
We shook that
Flew
ice
under
off the
that,
way.
flew under the bridge, and landed on the bridge in a helicopter. I just hadn't jumped off the bridge.
I'm
Hey,
gonna take
let me
that.
read you a few more of the things you can't have.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no scooters.
Oh,
I agree.
Heavens,
No,
no.
no scooters. No Velcro wallet.
No.
No funny tie.
No.
No tracksuits. Remember tracksuits?
Yeah.
Now, this one I don't agree with. It says flip-flops. I don't see anything wrong with guys having flip-flops.
Well, I got
And
on
then-
leather sandals, but I don't have
I've
on
never.
flip
They're
flops.
I don't like
appropriate.
flip flops anyway.
But it,
Me
well,
neither.
it said leather sandals are appropriate. But get this. This is what I really
Like
don't get.
thongs for your toes.
Acoustic, listen to this, acoustic guitar for parties. Well, what's wrong with taking an acoustic?
What's wrong
Well,
with
if
that?
you can
Acoustic
play the
guitar.
thing, nothing. But most of the time, people hauling them around to a party can't play.
Yeah, they're just
Well,
posers.
now that-
Break that thing out, and it sounds like somebody
That's
flogging a
true.
chicken.
Yeah, see, that's what I do. I carry mine with me, and somebody say, "Hey, you're missing a string." Oh, let me go on here.
Now, let me ask you, in bowling shoes, have you ever known anyone that wore bowling shoes?
Oh,
I've-
Mark
I've
used to wear them
never
to
seen a guy.
church.
I've got some. Frank said they were bowling shoes, but I got some. I got some saddle Oxfords in different colors. I got red ones and green ones, and I've wore some
I've
fun
seen those.
shoes.
That's not
Yeah.
the thing. That's
No, it's
the
not.
thing.
They look
Those are
like
pretty
bowling
shoes.
shoes, though.
Those are beautiful
Yeah.
shoes. Oh, and listen to this one. You can't have a Guy Ferrari haircut. Do you know who he is from Donner's
Yeah.
Drive-Ins and Docks?
Guy
who?
Fieri,
You-
a Guy Fieri
you-
haircut.
What
Where
is
it looks
that?
like
You
somebody
don't have
cut
a
it with a
Guy
knife
Fieri.
and
It
fork.
Isn't that like yours?
Well,
sticking
No, it
up?
ain't.
he
It ain't
shouldn't
like
even have
mine.
it.
His don't stick up.
No, his wig
No.
looks like who did it and ran.
No, he bleaches it. His is bleach. Mark's is natural. His is and an enormous pile of laundry.
A
An
what?
enormous pile of laundry.
No, you can't have that either.
I whittled mine
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
I like this one. I like this one. And this one, guys, so this one pertains to you. A story involving a jail cell. So
Oh my
yes,
God.
you can
I have
a
one.
story.
Oh my
You
God.
do.
I have several of them
Oh,
where I had
but you were the
deposited people
ones-
therein. I
right.
have one
You
where
were
I
on the
was
other side.
deposited therein when I was in Guam.
Really?
Well, it involved a Marine,
Oh.
and we stripped his clothes off and tied him to the pool table, and we're beating him with a toilet bowl brush, dancing around him, offering him up as a sacrifice to King Neptune, and then it didn't. It went downhill from there.
How old were you, Mark?
I can't remember, but it all started going south when we broke the chairs up to build the fire. That's when they had enough.
I think you were young. You were
Y'all
young
was
enough
gonna
then that
roast
we'll
him right
forgive
there on
you.
the food table.
Yeah, I was spreading my wings.
You sure were.
Okay.
Don't think he wouldn't do it old either.
No, I wouldn't do it old. I hadn't done that stuff in years. I mean, I told a lady at the church, I said, well, I'm happy to announce I quit drinking. She said, what? And I said, yep, 30 years ago.
Which brings me to the last. Here's the last one. You cannot have a keychain bottle opener. So if you have a keychain bottle opener, leave it at home. Find something else to carry your.
Well, who needs that when they got twist tops on everything?
They sure do. They got twist top. You just twist the top right off.
Yeah, who
That's
needs
true.
that? Yeah.
You
Well,
can still buy. You can still buy Coke. You can still buy the old-fashioned Coke.
Yeah,
hey,
you can.
wonder where
With
you
that?
can get one of those little rubber change purses. Remember those things?
Your mama used
I'd
to
like
Yeah.
to have one of them little rubber. You get them from your insurance man when I.
Yeah.
The insurance man give you the change
Yeah,
purse.
he sure did.
I'd like to have one of those little rubber change purses. I'm gonna see if I can find me one on Amazon just to put stuff
Yeah,
in.
people put up these old things on Facebook all the time and say, Do you remember what this
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Did you see that? You know them flat can openers?
It was like this and had one end was sharp.
Yeah,
and
little
one
John
end was
Wayne.
rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, little John Wayne. That's what we called him in the
And
military. Called it
These
John
people
Wayne.
today, they don't have a clue. Everybody trying to guess what it was.
Oh yeah.
These newer models don't know nothing. They don't know. They don't know. a
Cindy,
thing.
I like that.
You do?
Yeah, look at Michael said, who has made these rules?
There's a
Mike.
story in the Bible.
Old
which
people.
Mike,
what
you-
rules? Here goes
The rules?
Ree
Tell
with
these rules.
Pray When It Rains.
I was 3 years old at the side of my bed, learned to fold my hands and bow my head. My mama said, you know he's always listening. No matter what kind of trouble we find, ain't nothing too big, he's always got the time for fixing. Yeah, that's his business. It may be hard to see for such a little girl, but things can get a little scary in this big old world. When the skies get dark and the clouds roll in, kicking up dust in the Texas wind, and everything begins to change. You may not pray when it's sunny, but you'll pray when it rains. I turned 17 and I learned how to run on the back of a Harley, soaking up the sun, holding on to someone who never really loved me. When a bolt of lightning lit up the sky and the sound of thunder shook through the night, before I knew it, the storm was upon me. When the skies get dark and the clouds roll in, kicking up dust in the Texas wind, and everything begins to change. You may not pray when it's sunny, but you'll pray when it rains. Lord, forgive me for making such a mess out of my life. I've waited for too long to send this prayer up tonight. Thanks for Mom's words of wisdom. For what it's worth, they were lost but not forgotten. I still remember every word. When the skies get dark and the clouds roll in, I'm kicking up dust in the Texas wind, and everything begins to change. You may not pray when it's sunny, but you'll pray when it rains. You'll pray when it rains.
Hi, folks. I'm Marty Raven of the country music group Shenandoah, and you're listening to the Smallest Gifts Radio Network on SGBN.
There's a story in the Bible, it's in the book of Mark, chapter 12. And it says that one day Jesus went into the temple and sat down near the place where the offerings were placed. He sat and watched as the people came by and put in their offerings. Many well-to-do people, dressed in only the best of clothes, came by and made great big deposits. Then he saw something that was a bit peculiar. He watched as this poor widow woman came by and dropped 2 little coins in that combined wouldn't even be as worth as much as a penny. So Jesus called out to his disciples and said, "Come here, I want you to see this. This woman has given more than anybody here. The others gave out of their wealth, but this woman gave all that she had." You see, Jesus is more interested in what's in the heart of the giver than the size of the gift. Remember, God can do big things with even the smallest gift. To find out more about Smallest Gifts Ministries, visit our website at www.smallestgifts.org. I'm coming on. Y'all talking. I done got the mics open. People listening to y'all's chattering.
Okay.
Chattering. Y'all are just chattering.
I
and
know it.
Guess what? You have my in-laws are at my house.
Uh-oh.
And
They
they're
are.
listening to you.
Uh-oh.
Yes, and they're listening to you in the other room. So you know what that means, guys? You be on your best behavior.
I know it.
Yes,
Are they
ma'am.
listening on the radio, or are they listening on the computer, or how are they listening?
I don't know.
Are
I
they
just know
watching
they're
and listening?
Because they're listening somewhere. Kirk is here, so they must be listening with him. Hey, Frank, do you have
Frank's
a lot
over
of
there making
telemarketers?
coffee. He can't hear you.
Frank's
He's not
making
even at his
coffee.
headphones, and that's why all the chatter was going on. Ricky was getting his coffee order in.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were taking your coffee orders. Okay, I want mine black.
Okay.
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 Yeah, go ahead and give me another
See,
one, too.
and now he wants
right.
something now too.
It's radio. It's live radio, so we get to. That's what live people do. Live people drink and eat and all that.
Yeah,
He
they
done
do.
stole
And
the
go to
cream
the
from the
restroom
7-Eleven.
sometimes, Mark.
Huh?
go
Yeah,
to the
sometimes you have to
restroom
go to the
sometimes.
restroom. Don't get us started there. Ricky drank some cleansing tea this morning or last night,
Oh,
and he got up this morning free from sin.
Sure.
Ricky,
But we don't
I
want
have
everybody
say-
to know.
I'd be proud if I had a good cleansing. I remember when I got my colonoscopy, I was proud as I could be. I was proud that I made it through it.
Oh my God.
Ricky, speaking of that, when you were the video of you guys driving, when y'all were driving,
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for you. They're sitting there laughing at you, and you're in pain. Now I don't understand that.
Oh, you talking about it was when I changed his
There's
name to
something
Willie
wrong.
Make It?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing Willie Make It. Yeah, Ricky was in a tight.
And they sitting up there singing songs, and they just had a good time
Hitting
with that.
bumps.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nah, we didn't
that-
torture him too bad, but there was places out there. There are places in West Virginia like Texas. You can go 40 miles and not see a gas
And
station.
now to see a gas
Yeah.
station, I was like, "Are you kidding?
Yeah,
You
but-
better not ever run
Well-
out of gas in places like that. You are done."
Yeah, we were up there in Bigfoot country.
well, there are times if you're driving in rural Texas and you'll see someone pulled over. I just tell the kids, if the little girls are with me, I just say, "Don't look," because you don't know what they're doing. You have to sometimes. You don't have a choice.
Well, if all you see is their back, what's the problem?
Well,
I've seen people's
that's
back.
true. That's true.
I've seen
That-
people's back
well,
before.
Yeah. I was going once, and it wasn't his back, so that's why I tell them I warn them.
Okay, it's time for a song now.
Yeah.
Here's this song by Demetrius Stallings called "I've Seen What He Can Do."
I was stuck in her bed, and it caught me by surprise when a little girl asked me, "What does God look like?" I smiled and laughed a little, leaned over for a kiss, said, "Baby, I don't know, but I can tell you this. I've been to the ocean, stood on a mountain. I've seen the sunset burn away the sky of blue. Stared up at the starlight, got lost in the midnight. I've never seen the face of God, but I've seen what He can do. Yes. Well, I thought about these wonders around us every day. The stuff that if you let it will take your breath away. I've also found His glory shining from within the heart of the sinner who's just been born again. And every fire He has brought me through. And I know Him better, and I will love Him forever. I've never seen the face of God. No, I've never seen the face of God, but I've seen what He can do. I've seen what
Demetrius Stallings, and it's 47 minutes past the hour wherever you are. What a pretty song.
That's
That
a
is.
beautiful
That's
song.
beautiful.
I love
And
that
what
song.
a marvelous performance of it.
She is that's
It is.
awesome. She sang that
Yeah,
very
it's-
well.
Yeah, it's really good. She can carry the mail, can't she?
I was trying to show
Frank,
Ricky.
are you back?
Yeah, I was trying
Yeah.
to show Ricky a couple of things here on my phone while that music was playing, and then here comes this message: Cindy Hewlett is watching with you.
Yeah, you can't.
I
yeah.
hope she didn't see all that. I'll be in
You know what
timeout.
that means? I'm watching you. Yeah, that's right.
Uh-oh.
I'm watching all of you. So you know what that means?
Uh-oh.
I'm watching you.
You'll be doing the show
Frank-
by yourself tomorrow.
Do you guys get telemarketing calls?
All the time.
all day.
All
Do
the
they
time.
drive you? Don't they drive you crazy? I keep
I have
getting
fun
this
with 'em.
same recurring one for the car, for an extended warranty, and I keep telling them I don't own that car anymore. Please take me off of it.
They won't.
And they just keep calling me. And finally, I told the lady, I don't own that car. Please quit calling me. And she said, I will, but I need you to tell me what you're driving now.
So they
So I
can
told
run on
them,
that one. So
okay,
they're going to
Listen,
I'm
listen.
driving a 75 Pinto wagon, Ford Pinto station wagon. Will you insure that? And she went click and hung up. So maybe they won't call me anymore.
That's one way to do it.
I like to take the phone over and flush the commode on them.
I remember them folks that called you about the fish bowl. You told them about the fish bowl.
Oh yeah,
They called about that bill.
it was a jar. Yeah, right after I got divorced, and I'm like everybody else. I'm going through post-divorce syndrome, and I was getting called on old joint credit cards and stuff. And I said, "Ma'am," I said, I take everybody that I owe money to, and I put their name in a jar, and I start pulling out names, and I write the bills out. And when I'm out of money, I quit pulling out names. And now you call me one more time, I'm gonna take your name out of the jar.
You put something on her brain, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I've told him, yes, ma'am. I'll be happy to start taking care of that. Now I'm going to the federal penitentiary on Tuesday, and I'll be there for 16 years. When I get out, I'll start paying it.
Oh, no.
I had one trying to collect on a debt on my mother's J.C. Penney card. When she passed away, she owed like $90, and they're calling me trying to collect the $90 after my, do you know where she is? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. He said, do you have an address? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And I went online real quick, and I got the address for Blue Ridge Memorial Gardens in Beckley, West Virginia. Got him the phone number. I said, just call in there. And I said, it's suite number 2102. Yeah, sure did. Have at it.
Call them back and ask if they get in
Yes,
touch
ma'am,
with
I
her.
know right where she is.
Call them back and see if they got in touch with her. See if she's settled up already.
This one over
Now,
here. This one over here. When he when he got divorced, he started getting hospital bills, and he wrote deceased on them, put them back in the mailbox. Look, he wrote deceased on, put them back in the mailbox. They cleared it off his credit, man. They just wrote it off. I think it's great. What an idea.
Many as I get now, I should start doing that again.
Well, if you keep your heart and your feet and all your apparatuses in working order, you wouldn't get them hospital bills.
I've heard preachers tell me you're going to miss it by a foot. I said, what do you mean? He said, the distance of your heart and your head. I'm thinking, all right, well, why are my feet all messed up then? I tried to walk a good line. Heart's still right.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
We're not doing so bad.
No, we're not. We got all of our.
All right, I got to text Heath. I got to find out where he's at.
Yeah, he might be still in the
Yeah,
bed.
we want to hear what's
Yeah,
going
he
on.
might. I want to make sure he's.
Yeah, he texted me talking about we might need to wear a diaper today because he's got some stories to tell us. So I'm anxious to
Well,
hear.
while
that.
we're talking about all that, let's go ahead and play a song. Here's one by the hillbilly. Me.
Everybody's heard about the stories in the Bible and the miracles that happened then. Oh, how we like to tell about the woman at the well and Daniel in the lion's den. Often overlooking that there's more to the story than the devil ever wanted us to think. Yeah, Daniel had to pray just like every other day so the lion wouldn't hurt him and the Lord would not desert him. The woman at the well had a miracle to tell about a prophet who'd offered her a drink. Oh, the 3 Hebrew children had to get into the fire and David had to find himself a stone. We'll take another look, he's right there in the book. They all did something on their own. Noah had to gather all the animals and put them in the ark before he ever went afloat. Peter could have never walked upon the water if he hadn't gotten out of the boat. Yeah. Often people wonder why the miracle they're seeking never happened, so they sit around and moan, worrying and fretting, doubting and sweating, so they never get a victory of their own. The moral of the story that we need to all consider when we're waiting for the promise to begin. Like Zacchaeus the day that Jesus came his way, sometimes you got to go out on a limb. Oh, the 3 Hebrew children had to get into the fire, and David had to find himself a stone. We'll take another look, it's right there in the book. They all did something on their own. Noah had to gather all the animals and put them in the ark before he ever went afloat. Peter could have never walked upon the water if he hadn't gotten out of the boat. Well, the 3 Hebrew children had to get into the fire, and David had to find himself a stone. Oh, take another look, it's right there in the book. They all did something on their own. Noah had to gather all the animals and put them in the ark before he ever went afloat. And Peter could have never walked upon the water if he hadn't gotten out of the boat. Oh, Peter could have never walked upon the water if he hadn't gotten out of the boat.
All righty then.
That's a good one.
Did you get Heath on the phone, or did you get him
I
lined
sent
up?
him a text, and I'm waiting to hear back from him. We can do the weather.
Yeah.
Let's do the weather.
Well, we know what the weather is in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah, go ahead and hang your
What's the
hang
weather
your
where
tongue
you
out.
are?
Huh?
Hang your tongue out here.
Yeah, what's the weather where you are, Cindy? It's just plain
Well,
sickening, stifling
I
here.
know. I'm waiting for it to come up on my phone, and it's not coming up. I know it's. I can tell you the room I'm in. It's hot and humid in here where I'm at. But I
Well,
don't know what it is.
Oh, I thought you
outside.
had the AC fixed.
we
You
thought
do
we-
it for me, Mark. If you've got it, you do love it.
Well, wait a
My
minute.
phone is.
But Cindy, isn't the air conditioner? Isn't the air conditioning fixed?
Well, that's a story. That's a story for later. That's
Okay.
for prayer time.
Okay.
We're going to save my air conditioner
I like that
story
you
for
said
prayer
that's for
time.
prayer time.
Correct. That is funny. Ain't
Well,
it?
Chris Taylor says it's 77, 94% humidity, dew point 75. Stupid motorist laws are in effect. Good morning from soggy Mesa, Arizona. A flood advisory until 9 a.m.
Well, right now it's 84 degrees in Virginia Beach, and it's
Already
yeah. Humidity 77%.
dripping.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UV index is 3. Don't let the clouds fool you. It's just going to be stifling today. It's going to get up into the 90s.
Yeah.
And a high today will be 93, and it'll feel like 140 because of that humidity. So we got that to look forward to here. Got some kind of a marine weather statement. I guess the Marines get different weather than the Navy. I don't know.
You're so stupid sometimes.
I don't know. Marine weather statement. What's what it says? I mean, what do you want me to think? It says marine weather statement. I guess I get a different one. I don't know what to tell you.
Who issued it? Noah?
Neptune.
National Oceanographic.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, the National Oceanographic thing.
Yeah. That works. That works.
Listen, either tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning. See, we got a cold front supposed to be coming through here this evening and cooling us off, putting us in the mid-80s, low 80s next few
that's
days.
not bad. It's not bad.
88, 84, 89, 93, 95.
Then it goes back. Okay. Well, either tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning. Once I find out which morning it's going to be clear skies,
Okay.
I'm going to go down to the ocean front about 4:45.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot some pictures of the sunrise so I can put on my ad on my Facebook to
Okay.
join us the next day.
Amen.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got my weather now. We're 73 with a predicted high of 91 degrees.
Whoa.
10% chance of rain. Listen to this, 81% humidity. That's
Ooh.
why it's so. That's why it's yucky. And the
Them
UV
snakes
index
are
of
loving
1.
that.
Snakes like it when it's dry.
Yeah, they love it when it's dry.
Yeah, but they need to get cool sometime, too.
Yeah.
That's why they get under them rocks. Everywhere you want to step, that's where there's a
And
snake.
the
in there.
armadillos,
Yeah, man, they love this kind of weather.
scorpions.
I done hung up on Cindy.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to hang up on somebody else. I got to call Cindy back. Watch this. I hung up on her.
Hello? And she'll probably answer and say, my phone's messed up.
No, watch this.
We've been talking.
All right.
Hello?
She gonna put you in the
Hello?
doghouse. Now today you going in the doghouse.
No, I must be in timeout. She ain't saying nothing.
Well, I didn't hear you curse.
No, I didn't curse. Hold on. Let me try again.
I think the
Call
heat
her
doesn't.
again.
The heat doesn't got her phone.
The moisture.
It's monsoon season in Arizona.
Yeah, he said they're getting big.
Well,
big,
she's
big
talking.
time
Cindy, if
rain.
you're talking, I'm not getting anything. I can hear the phone ring, but I can't hear you. I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, I didn't do anything except accidentally cut her off trying to flag that other.
Well, you're on the
call.
wrong phone, ain't you?
No, this is the phone I'm on this morning. I don't
Oh.
have my adapter for that one.
Oh.
Well, it's top of the hour. Maybe we can figure it out as we go through our morning routine again. So we'll start off at the top of the hour, and we'll play a little tune for you. We'll be coming right back, okay?
Okay.
Hope is built
Waiting
on
for Cindy while we're
nothing
listening to
less.
Cindy.
Jesus' blood
right.
and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. When darkness veils his lovely face, I rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand.
Song 2.
Thanks for waking up with us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you back, Cindy?
Good morning.
We got no audio on Cindy.
Got to kiss an angel good morning.
Try calling me back, see if it'll work.
I know you think about her when you're gone.
All right, Ricky. You got to fill in.
Uh-oh.
You're Cindy. You're Cindy.
No.
Are you there?
Good morning to the place made for you and me. Good morning to
Cindy.
the day where there is no night. Good morning where the Son of God is our light. Good morning, let's go down where the children be, and we'll worship God at Jesus' feet.
Yeah, good morning. We don't have Cindy again.
Good morning. Good
Well, it must be on her end.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Must be
Cindy-
really hot in that room.
She says she can't hear us on that end.
Oh, she can't hear us either?
That's what she said. Let me try something.
'cause I
Cindy,
was-
can you hear me with it on speakerphone? Well, she hung up now.
I've sent her some messages here. Cindy, where are you? We're looking for you.
Hello. Nothing. I mean, nothing's different than what it was.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, now,
There
Now
she
you're
is.
back.
There you are.
Now I can hear you.
Don't know what happened.
We were so nervous.
I don't either.
We thought we were going to have to go off by ourselves, and we didn't have a babysitter or anything.
I'm here.
Ricky,
Babysitter.
turn that noise off.
Look, I didn't know that.
He tried to call Cindy, too.
Thank you.
He don't even have her
Golly.
number. If I drink any more coffee, I'm going to be able to go home and thread Alma's sewing machine with it running.
With it running.
Yeah. Like that.
I tell you what, I've seen some pictures she's posted on them flowers and stuff. That old girl's got a
Oh,
floral.
she's a horticulturalist now.
A horticulturalist.
She's got it going on. She's a horticulturalist.
I meant to tell her my son's not eating all the tomatoes.
He ate all the tomatoes. I'm so sick of tomatoes. She planted 3 tomato plants, and I bet it's yielded 20 bushels of tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
That she can grow. Cindy, what do you got in your garden? Cindy, quite contrary, how does your garden grow?
Mine?
Yeah, how's your garden?
I am not a horticulturist. I do not have that gift. I have many gifts, but I do not have that one because I'm allergic. Anything green, if I go outside and I touch it, I break out in wept. So it kind of, you have to be covered up and.
You know what Frank's allergic to?
What?
Snakes.
Well,
That's why I ain't
yeah,
got no garden.
He's allergic
I
to
don't
anything
like
that doesn't have shoulders on it. Frank don't
Yeah.
want to mess with it.
That's right.
You know,
If it don't have any shoulders, Frank ain't messing with it.
So that's what you mean by no shoulders. A snake doesn't have shoulders. I don't like
Yeah.
anything without shoulders either.
If it don't have shoulders, Frank don't want to mess with it.
I'll tell you what, it gets so bad on my Facebook feed. They had one of them anacondas eating a deer.
A what?
Mm-hmm.
A anaconda.
Yeah, the thing was about this big around and long as this room.
Did you say a anaconda?
Anaconda, yeah. A snake.
Oh,
But he had half that deer in his mouth. Look, he had half that deer in his mouth.
I know, and the people were sitting out there looking at him eat it.
I go up to that little arrow thing in the corner and click it and say hide the post. I don't even want to see it.
But that was an anaconda. Okay.
there was
Not a
video
barnaconda,
on
that's a
Facebook
anaconda.
That's an anaconda.
You're talking about the one where where the python or whatever ate the deer? Is that
Yeah.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I got to tell you something funny about that because people were saying, well, at least it was already dead. And so Kirk saw that and he said, yeah, it's already dead because he squeezed it and broke the bones before he could eat it.
All right, I have an announcement to make.
Well, thank you for telling me that. That makes me feel really good.
That's why I cut it off.
I have an announcement to make. Sparky,
What?
we discovered that Sparky, my Sparky, not your Sparky, has made him a good hole in the fence.
Oh.
And he got out again last night.
That's a beagle.
Oh.
And he's over at the jailhouse again.
Do they charge you over there?
$50.
Yeah.
Got to pay a bond to get him out. $50 bail.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Sparkalock doing his thing. He probably got a girlfriend in
He's
the
over in the
neighborhood.
jail again.
He has probably
Did
got
he
a
get
girlfriend.
picked up?
He's got a girlfriend.
I
in
guess, or
there.
somebody took him there. I don't know, but the Joker is in the jailhouse. He's in the jailhouse now.
Then when you get over there, you find out what he had illegal.
Huh?
You find out what he carried over there illegal.
He's probably got a girlfriend in the neighborhood. And y'all robbing him of an opportunity.
Yeah. Alma's wanting to know, what's happening to my flowers? They disappearing. Sparky chewing them, carried him so girl over there.
He done found him a girlfriend in the neighborhood. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, there's something wrong with it when I get home today. I'm going to fancy me in good.
You could build him a jail cell, ain't you?
That Joker's going in the compound.
How many times you got him this week? The second time?
This second time.
So that's $100.
That's $100.
I have better neighbors than you do because my Sparky got out last night. We were eating dinner with Kirk's parents, and I got a phone call that my little dog was out. And he's never done it. My Sparky's never gotten out, but Kirk was doing the lawn, and he forgot to close the garage door, and we have a kitty door going out to the garage, and Sparky knows how to get through there. And so I guess Sparky decided we left, and he was going to find us. So he went, and our neighbors found him and held on to him and called us. So
Ricky, hold on a minute. Did y'all hear Ricky belching right on the air?
I did not know that was coming.
No.
Ricky
Thank you.
belched. It sounded like he was vomiting on the air. Everybody, Ricky's still here. He's not. He didn't evaporate.
I
He
did
took
not
that
know
cleansing tea. I'm glad it came that way.
Are you in a bad mood this morning, man?
No, I'm in a good mood. Are you in a bad mood? I tell you what, I'm about sick of you after the last.
I'm about tired of your butt, too.
Look here, we're driving down the road like this. I catch Ricky over sleeping. Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick. hey, Rick.
And then I'm up for another 2 hours laughing up a storm.
Well, you ought to feel fortunate. Usually he just hits the brakes real hard when I'm in the car.
You know, I quit doing that. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I quit doing that, man. I tell you what, between the three of us at this table, I bet we've drove 2 million miles. Ain't no telling how many miles me and Frank.
Hey, how many
have
times
run.
you hear, you sleep? No.
No, I'm not sleeping. Not anymore.
Right.
I'm not anymore.
How could you ever sleep in this car?
You have to know what you have to do is you have to climb in the back.
So look, I'm driving, and guess who goes unconscious beside me? So I got the little handy phone out, chick, chick, and he hears the click. And he said, don't take my picture. Now, he was asleep. You hear me?
He wasn't
Don't take my
sleeping. He was impersonating
Don't take
sleep.
my picture.
He's an imposter. Nah.
That old boy don't miss a thing now.
Used to be you could wake me up. You know, the best way to wake me up? 125.
Yeah.
Control 125.
Yeah.
That's like an alarm clock for me. Unit 125. What do you be? Unit 125. 125, go ahead.
So listen, Cindy, to finish your story, I got a lesson last night on my dogs.
Uh-oh.
Because I hope
Really?
oh yeah. I mean, they made me so mad yesterday. I wish they would have got out.
Wow. Why
Because
would
their
they
next
do?
time to jail, they're staying. So anyway, my son said, Dad, you can't be like that with these dogs, you know, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, then you start tending to them. So he's reading me these stories online. My giant schnauzer is like the third, I think it was either the third or fourth most intelligent dog in the world. And he's giving me all the statistics on him, and you know, he done looked him all up. Well, I knew there was an expensive dog because the former mayor of our city used to have him. When her husband died, she wanted me to take him. And her husband, Roger, paid $3,000 for this dog.
Pay $3,000 for a dog.
Oh,
It better be
figure
able to
that by the
fly,
pound.
But he's
cook,
like a greyhound. I mean, he's
clean.
the size of a greyhound.
Figure
you know
that
what
by
I
the
mean?
pound.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That'd be some good eating there.
Yeah.
And then I got a little black mouth.
Had to be black.
What? Just around his mouth.
That's all
black
you
mouth
need.
cur, and he's like a
That's
rabbit,
all
a
you
hunt.
need.
And he had to explain to me that he's like a hunting dog, and he's a little small one, right?
Yeah.
And that little dog goes out and moves cattle and all that stuff. And
Oh, okay. You talking about I know what you're talking about. I saw a series on that.
This is
before.
perhaps the most interesting thing I've ever heard.
yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Then it only takes one little lightning strike, boom, and both of them are gone. Can't even find them. Under the bed, up in the attic.
Your dogs make you go on a search and rescue mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Dad, you forgot you have to clear your throat before saying go ahead. Go ahead.
Michael, what were you drinking? What was in your coffee this morning?
They're like twins. Both of them cops. Both of them, they're twins.
Okay.
I ain't done it.
You ain't done it?
You mean you haven't done it?
I ain't done it.
You ain't done it? He
I ain't done it.
He ain't done it, y'all. He didn't
Nope.
do it.
I'm going to get me some bibbed overalls and a straw hat and sell peanuts and sorghum molasses on the side of the highway. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, what if some of them people come down there?
Some of Egypt.
I love to see those signs where people are selling peanuts and selling different things, and they're spelling. Those are great. We should look those up, Frank.
Yeah.
I wonder where
Really
those.
creative ways to spell.
I wonder where those people come from. Mark, what kind of people are those that out there doing that?
They're hillbillies.
I'm talking about the other ones that
No,
come.
no. I ain't going there.
Why?
Here's Jeff Seidel with a song called God to Save.
Why, man?
I'm not going there. Cindy will put me in timeout.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. We see this shit.
Man and all the creatures of the earth are in his hand. The nations' paths are ordered in his plan. But I see the mystery, and I hope that they could know. Lord Jesus, let them know. This world needs a God to save. This world needs a Son. He gave. This world needs a man to pray through the course of time, through the days of life. To bring peace again, God bring them life again. Oh Lord, please let them see life created in a word, locked in time, but death was born to lock them both in strife. But I've seen the life he brings is stronger still than anything. Lord Jesus, let it shine. This world needs a God to save. This world needs a Son. He gave. This world needs a man to pray through the course of time, through the days of life, to bring peace again. she'll be my only aim. And then we'll see your love shining through this land. You'll set them free to realize the riches of your hand. God, you save. This world needs the sun you gave. This world needs a man to pray through the course of time, through the days of life, to bring peace again. God, bring us life again. Lord, please let us see. God, you save the life you gave to save a wretch like me.
That's Jeff Seidel. It's about 20 minutes after the hour wherever you are. It's 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, so it's 10:19 here. Now, Frank, you supposedly got some good news.
Yeah, I got something here I could share, some good news.
All right.
Cindy, you there?
I am.
You may have seen it. I put this on my Facebook wall last week. Let me read it. The simple formula for living.
Okay.
You ever heard of that? Live beneath your means. Return everything that you borrow. Stop blaming other people. Admit it when you make a mistake. Give clothes not worn to charity. Do something nice and try to get caught.
Give what? Give what?
Give clothes not worn to charity.
Oh, unworn clothes.
Right. Do something nice and try not to get caught. You me say that one again?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We do that a lot. All three
right.
of us do. All four of us.
Listen more, talk less.
Ooh.
Every day, take a 30-minute walk. Strive for excellence, not perfection. Be on time. Don't make excuses. Don't argue. Get organized. Be kind to unkind people. Mark talks about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let someone cut ahead of you in a line. Take time to be alone. Cultivate good manners. Be humble. Realize and accept that life isn't fair. Know when to keep your mouth shut. Go an entire day without criticizing anyone. That's hard to do.
Sometimes.
That's hard to do. That's like gossip. Learn from the past, plan for the future. Live in the present. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff.
Every last bit of it.
Don't drink and drive, or putt for that matter.
Or a putt for that matter.
Don't drink and drive or putt.
None of the above.
That's really sweet. Great.
Yeah, it's just got sugar dripping all over it.
Yeah, I thought I knew so.
Yeah. That's got gooey gumdrops all over it.
Yeah, it's got a little maple syrup hanging off the side.
There's a lot of truth to it. There's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah.
I like the last.
Never extend less than 2 fingers to somebody. I mean, Cindy, I'm talking about don't point at people.
I know what you're saying. I get it.
I get confused. I get confused which program I'm on.
You can get confused very easily on that one.
I thought, are we doing one hat or am I supposed to get what time of day is it?
Or that saying when you point at someone, when you're pointing one finger at someone else, you got 4 more pointing back at you.
How do you do that? I can't get my thumb going that way. I usually have 2 going out, but I can't get my thumb coming back. Here, let's see if I can do it. Now I've got one going at the ceiling. I can't. I get 3 going that way. I can't get 4 coming back.
Yeah.
When I point at the camera, I got 3 coming my way. Yeah, I can't get 4. I got 2 going down range. So I can get you 2 to 3 that way.
There you go.
I was telling Ricky, I wish a man should have been born with the finger in the end of his. With the eyeball in the end of his finger. So you can look around the corner like this and check to see if somebody's looking at you.
We driving down the highway. He comes up with that car. I said, what is that? He says, man, he said, we should be born with it. He said, so he
just have an eyeball in the end of your finger.
And he sticks his finger out the window so I can look around.
Look around the corner like that.
You woke me up to tell me that.
Yeah, I told him you need to have a mouth in the top of your head so you put your lunch in there and just put your hat on and eat whenever you're ready.
He woke me up to tell me
I was
this.
driving so long I was getting delirious.
He woke me up to tell me all of these things where we should have.
Well, Ricky, he drove. How many hours did you guys drive? I mean,
About 14 each way.
Oh, my God.
14 hours each way and the sound of snoring.
And that gets tough when you, especially after you stop and eat.
And that
then you got to drive some more.
Yeah, and so my car's in the shop, and so I couldn't take my car, so I took the daggone church van, and it don't have power, nothing. I mean, I'm proud it had power steering and brakes. That's it.
That's it.
AM radio, vinyl seats, and I'm telling you, by the time I got to Hampton, I was stuck to the seat. I mean, it was just sweat. Vinyl seat sweat. Poor Valerie told me yesterday when she got home, her rear end and her legs were numb, and she thought she was going to have to go to the hospital. She thought she was paralyzed. I said, you're not paralyzed. You got road butt.
That's what that is.
That's what you got. You got the road rear.
But I tell you one thing, the air conditioning in that thing was like living in Antarctica.
Oh, yeah, I had her going too.
Oh, my God. It was so cold. My kneecaps were frozen.
Actually, that old van did really good.
It did really good.
But it didn't have power locks or anything on it. So anytime you tried to get in and out of it, you had to go around manual. And I've learned to appreciate modern convenience, power locks, and cruise control.
You miss them coaches now, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I told Ricky while we were loading up after the show up there, says, it's all coming back to me now. Why I came off the road. Now I remember.
Now
I
see.
Yeah, why didn't I learn to play the harmonica instead of a piano? Just carry something in my pocket. But
but the good thing was we had roadies up there. I mean, they came and took everything down.
Yeah, they did. They treated us really good.
They really did.
Sound system was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. But I'm telling you,
they said the people. I heard the people up there treated you like a prince.
Man, I love that place. That's why I want to go back.
Well, they hadn't seen.
Yeah,
they hadn't seen anybody from Detroit in that compound for a while. Hey, come here, look.
Ricky, I was looking at the map. I was looking at the map of where you guys were at Lakeside, Ohio, and you're really just across from.
We could have swum across.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
we could have rented one of those boats.
Yeah,
we could have rented one of those boats and been in Detroit.
I could have had my daughter and my grandkids. Y'all, meet me on the shore. I got you. Come on. Yeah, we were really close.
We've been telling poor old Ron it was in Cincinnati. I don't know how that got started, but Frank started talking about it being in Cincinnati. It was Cleveland. It's a different place, Frank.
Well, you kept saying Cincinnati in July.
Well, I know, but
okay,
you can't pay attention to what I say.
Well, at least he'll admit.
I'm demented.
Could have been.
I'm in the early stages of sometimers.
Yeah, right. I know how that is.
I ain't got the Alzheimer's. I just got the sometimers.
Okay.
Sometimers.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sherry.
We saw some crazy signs going up through there, too.
Oh, man, did we?
We saw a sign that said clean restrooms, and Ricky did. we stopped at a place that had a sign that said clean restrooms, so Ricky did. He cleaned them.
I thought I was at work.
I thought, what the heck?
He was.
Ricky there taking out the trash. I said, what are you doing? He said, well, the sign said clean restrooms. I said, okay, have at it. I'll wait for you.
No,
Were they clean?
Yeah,
hey,
they
guys, were they clean?
Yeah, they've already cleaned.
They really were.
Well, the one we stopped where we stopped where it looked like a scene from Men in Black. We were up in a part of West Virginia. I ain't kidding you. It looked like a scene from Star Wars at the bar or something, or Men in Black. They were aliens. They weren't even humans. I mean, one was a Cyclops.
That was in the Burger King. That was at the, he tried to get me to go in there. I said,
Rick,
nope,
you got to see this.
Not.
I said, this might be a retirement community for sideshow freaks. You got to come here and see this.
I said, no, I'm not going in there.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Cindy, I wouldn't even look in the window. I didn't even want to look in the window.
I told Mark Johnson, I said, it must be a long way to the next town.
I said, I'm not even looking in the window because he was just waiting for me to hit that door.
Oh,
I
my
said,
goodness.
No.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, it looked like a cartoon. If I didn't know any better, I mean, we're talking about North American rogue hillbillies, okay?
He said rogue. Wow, I'm telling you.
Yeah, running wild, working at the Burger King. I'm telling you, and you think that somebody at Central Casting would dress these people up like that, but
Central Casting.
No, they really
Central Casting.
Yeah, you think they been in the makeup chair for a while, but no.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, he tried his best to get me to go in there, and I was not gonna do it. He already had. I was too tired.
That's why I came out there with nothing but coffee. I couldn't eat nothing to come out of there, man. I was afraid what they'd be serving.
It's something that might be crawling. You get a burger and it's moving.
Yeah.
So if Mark is hillbilly, Mark comes and Frank, I guess you're from Virginia, so you consider
he's from Virginia Beach.
You're a metropolitan from Virginia Beach.
Yeah, Frank's a beach
I'm
bum.
from Texas. We're redneck, or they call us redneck. And Ricky, if you're from Detroit,
they call
you can't. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say what they call you if you're from Detroit.
No. You're from Motown. You're a Motown boy.
They call you a Democrat.
No, I came to church one morning and had on one of my suits, and she said, "Boy, you wear that gangster look good." I was like, "Do I look like a gangster?"
Well, you cleaned up. Let's talk about how nice. We should put a picture up of Ricky all dressed up in that suit.
Uh-oh.
You look nice.
Oh, he looks like that every Sunday here, Sunday.
Oh, Billy, you dress like that? You need to dress up for this show so everybody can. Or we'll just put a picture up of you.
Uh-oh.
You look nice.
Uh-oh. Those are my pajamas.
We're about to have an issue. I'm going to have to play a song and go get the power button, the charger, or we're not going to have any music in a minute. So let me play it.
Yeah, the lights flashing.
Let me play a song. We're down to like 7%. I didn't plug it in. I got to go get the charger. So if you see me missing, you'll know what's going on. This is Gold City with Preach the Word. What a pretty song.
Paul was weary on his journey, his body frail and weak. The apostle knew the end was near as he dipped his pen in ink. He wrote, Timothy, my son, I have fought the fight of faith. Carry on what I've begun, but most of all I pray. Preach the word, preach the cross, preach redemption to a lost and dying world. Lift your voice unashamed of the gospel of his name until all have heard. Preach the word.
I told you
All
we
right.
were going to lose our power.
Right in time, too, right?
Yeah, right in time. You back there, Cindy?
I'm here.
Okay, well, I'm going to get us plugged back in so we can have music in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting on it, but...
You wanted Heath to call the Nashville line?
yeah, he'll need to call the Nashville line.
He said he got back late last night. And he's trying to get things started up at the restaurant. He'll call shortly.
Well, that sounded good.
Woohoo!
Try again.
He's got gadgets going on, plugs going on.
Everything going on.
Yeah.
over there.
We're trying.
Instead of a musician, an artist, and producer and all that, he's just been one of them tech guys.
I might be.
Oh, I've seen you in the studio. Running that board and compressors and all that stuff. Engineers look at you like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Mark said, I want to hear it like this.
And then they go, oh.
How did you do that?
Cindy, when is your next singing engagement? Hello?
Cindy.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, when is your next singing engagement?
My singing next Sunday.
Oh, are you singing?
Every Sunday, and then I have one for August 12th on a Saturday morning.
Okay.
I have something doing, and we're working on setting something up, a Texas tour with you guys coming here.
Okay.
Going to Nacona, go to Nacona, Texas, and then set something up in Lubbock or the surrounding.
Let me do a system check here right quick, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, we're the Oak Ridge Boys, and you're listening to the smallest gift radio network on SGBN.
There's a picture on the wall of Jesus.
Listen to Frank. Listen to Frank.
Did you hear Frank?
I used to be one of the Oak Ridge Boys. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He put air in the tires.
You know, if you ever watched, Brad Paisley did a video with Alabama on a song that he had recreated one of their songs. And in that video, you know, he's just a little guy. And he said, oh, I used to be with Alabama. And Jeff Gordon said, what were you, like 10? He said, yeah. It's a great little video, though.
You used to be with the Oak Ridge
Yeah,
Boys. Oh, okay.
I used to be with the Oak Ridge Boys.
You watched them a lot, didn't you?
Oh, I love the Oaks.
Me too. I love them, and I love their music.
Yeah.
Them boys
They're my
can sing.
buddies. Boy, they've been awful sweet to me. Awful good to me. So anyway, we're coming down. Is Heath going to call in?
Yeah.
Now that we've got our apparatus back up,
He's
and
trying to
running.
get the restaurant open. So.
That restaurant is as important as this show is.
I
And hearing
know.
about his trip
I know.
back from Maine, we might just
But
have to get him on there tomorrow.
You know, he's probably broke. He's done been up to Maine.
Let me tell you
Up in
something.
that thin, clear, crisp air.
Let me tell you something. If you break that billfold, you got some breaking to do. You couldn't break that billfold with a pneumatic hammer.
He makes enough during the Fad Fair week on Alabama's fads to last all year.
Yeah.
He needs to open up a couple of them things down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
little catering tents.
Wow.
Yeah, he could do that. Hey, let's do this. Let's do a little Angel commercial. We haven't done Angel's commercial in a long time.
That's my baby.
Well, it'd be good if it'd work.
Yeah, you know.
We'll try again later. Who's calling there? Oh. if you're in the neighborhood of Virginia Beach, you ought to come out and see us.
Yeah, come on, stop by.
We have our vacation Bible school starting next Monday night or next Sunday night.
Yeah.
And got stuff for the kids and stuff for the grown-ups. And
Cindy, you can ride your bike up here. Hello?
hold on, I got to get her and Heath back on the phone.
He said I had to call him back in a minute.
Oh.
I said, did you get the number? I'm waiting on him to answer me.
Keep hanging up on Cindy.
Yeah, when he starts calling, we'll just hang up on him.
Yeah, you back there, Cindy? Hello?
Cindy?
Are you back, Cindy?
I'm back.
Back.
Okay, well, we're having a few little technical issues this morning, considering we had all this stuff unhooked when we left.
We sure did.
The other day on Wednesday. So,
yeah.
So we had to get it all thrown back together this morning and had half of our cables gone. We were planning on broadcasting live from up there, but we didn't have internet signal enough to be able to do it. So.
Cindy, at 9 o'clock, they shut the whole city down.
And you couldn't even, your phones wouldn't even work inside the building.
They shut the internet down
Really?
at
Your
9
phones wouldn't even
o'clock.
work inside the building.
No
man.
7-Elevens or nothing?
Oh,
nothing,
no.
No.
No, there's nothing in there.
Nothing.
Other than the houses and little shops. It was like 1950, I'm telling you.
And
the little shops were just looked like you were walking in when I was a kid going into one of
Yeah.
those general merchandise stores.
No, it looked like they had a concrete pier, right?
They had a nice pier, and they had...
But they ain't even out there sitting around or nothing at nighttime. After
Yeah,
9.
yeah, people were up
they're all out,
night
they're all out
walking
there,
around.
but I mean, all the shops are closed, and
The store, they shut
it's a peaceful place. It's something where I'd strongly recommend anybody that wants to go have a family-friendly Christian values vacation.
Right.
I would strongly recommend looking into Lakeside, Ohio, and it's called the Chautauqua Movement. And the Chautauqua Movement started in Chautauqua, New York, I learned.
Okay.
And they built a community there when in the 1800s, and it was...
Ain't that where the Clintons live? Chautauqua?
Chappaquiddick.
Okay.
Yeah, Chautauqua. But it's right on the lake there in New York and on the Great Lakes. And they built the community to when America was building towns. And this was a town that was built by the Methodist Church and settled by people who were of the Methodist Church. And then the Methodist Church, when they began to expand to the west from New York, they moved over there into Lakeside, Ohio in 1888, and they built a community. And it is a gated community it's a charity, and it's operated by the Methodist Church. Absolutely the most remarkable place. It's better than a theme park because it's real. Yeah, theme park is a recreation.
Yeah.
This is real.
Telling you.
I loved watching you guys ride around that golf cart.
Man, that was
and
so
thinking, I ain't even seen no cars driving.
Wasn't
or
any
nothing.
cars. All you saw was bicycles and people walking.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know.
Now, every now and then you would see a car come through. There were people that lived
But
there.
they would park it.
Yeah, they would park.
They just parked the car, yeah.
Yeah, but there was...
I liked all them right turn, left turn, and Kenzie, how many times she take y'all around the circle?
Man, we did 40 rounds in that place trying to find our place back.
Trying to find a train.
That didn't even exist.
We found the train station, but it looked like the train hadn't run probably since the 40s.
Yeah.
So they did have a train sitting out there?
Yeah. So Cindy, you'd love that place up there because
place.
it's just so squeaky clean and goody two-shoes. You'd love it.
You'd fit. I'm telling you, that place is absolutely beautiful, man.
I love teasing Cindy about being a goody two-shoes. She says, I'm not a goody two-shoes. And I said, how do you know? Well, I accidentally took an extra banana, so they didn't weigh it properly, so I took it back and had them weigh it again.
Did you, Cindy?
Actually, I didn't do that. No, I haven't
Oh,
done
okay.
that. I'm the one that went back and...
Look, let me tell you what she did do.
Remember?
Let me tell you what she did do. Kirk bought a thing of water, and when he got home, it was two of them stuck together, two packages of water stuck together. So Cindy takes her receipt and goes back down there and says, my husband accidentally
stole one.
He accidentally took two, and we only got charged for one. They're still looking at it like a bonus, you know.
Cindy,
No.
you wouldn't have got kicked out of heaven for that. You wouldn't have got kicked out. Wow, that was a bonus.
I'm surprised you didn't make Kirk take it back.
Did you take it back though?
I have never liked being in trouble, so I've never had a speeding ticket, and I never went to the principal's office. But it seems like I hang around with people who do, or I always said my brothers, they got my fair share.
Did you think the store manager was going to knock on your door?
No.
I think it would be fun to watch Cindy get a ticket.
The Nestle police.
Oh, I would cry. No,
I think it would be fun to watch Cindy get a ticket. She'd just be in a complete, total pass out.
Would you?
Yeah. And she'd have to go to, you've been banished from Walmart. They're going to have your name.
Matthew's alive.
Your name's going to go on a list. Well, there's Dooley. Dooley,
where you
round
been,
the
man?
baller. Dooley, trying to get a swaller. Dooley.
Yeah, he's on. He's on. Y'all can act up now.
Yeah, man. Where you been?
Yeah, Matt Dooley. He's here now.
Say a few syllables, man. What's going on? Say a few syllables. Come on, talk to us.
Yes.
So, Cindy?
Okay, say that again. I didn't understand you.
I said, while we're waiting, how about talking about smallest gifts a little bit? That's why we're here.
Yeah, something near and dear. Yes, smallest gifts and all that we do across the street, across the nation, and around the world. And here in Lubbock, Texas, we help with something called the Angel Center, or it's a dialysis center that is now referred to as the Angel Center, just because of three small coins in the lady's hands. We put 3 $10 bills in an envelope that says smallest gift.
That's cool.
And our friend Rita Funk is the facilitator, and she is there 3 days a week with her son, multiple hours a week, and she sits with these people. And these are primarily people that are on Medicaid or Medicare, very, very poor people, and she knows the needs, and so they're distributed. It helps. I mean, it might help for insulin at the end of the month, especially this week will be one. We will really be giving out envelopes this time of the month because they run out of money for food. So we might be buying food or medicine, a change of clothes, helping with the tire, just multiple things like that. But making a difference.
That is so awesome.
Making a difference.
And Mark, you tell us about Mark and.
Mark is doing some technical stuff here.
Okay, so we'll talk about our orphanage, and we'll talk about starting and building this orphanage. Working on a building, the album "Working on a Building" helped actually build the facility for our children, and then with our singing, we were able to build the chapel, and we were able to buy windows and seats for that, and then we provide rice. We actually feed these kids. So.
Wow.
There's so many things we can do, but we do what we can. And so we consider Smallest Gifts to be a cooperative ministry. So we partner. So it's all of us coming together to be part of Smallest Gifts.
Cindy, I want to ask about the Angel Center. Is that a high volume, is that a
clinic?
Is that a high volume clinic? I mean, are y'all really at high volume kind of capacity? Hello?
About high volume?
What is your question?
Yeah, I'm saying the Angel Center.
Oh, what is the volume?
Yeah, I'm saying no. I was saying is that a high volume clinic?
You do a lot of people.
Yes, there's a lot of people. There are several.
There's a waiting list, if that tells you.
There is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there is a waiting list. People of all there's several centers in Lubbock.
Okay.
But people, it has a reputation because they call it the Angel Center because there's hope there, and people are on the waiting list, and actually they want to go there because they know. It's just the whole attitude. It's giving and being involved. It's much more than just helping.
Right.
At Christmas or helping. It's just changed the whole attitude around there.
Okay.
It's amazing what just a little bit of love.
Well, and that's called ministry.
Right.
Yes.
Do you make frequent visits down there? I mean, do you spend time down there just kind of overseeing?
No, we have a person there, like we talk about her all the time. Rita Funk runs that part of the ministry, and Rita's there all the time. That's the young lady. That's the lady that has a son that goes there.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand
Chris
now.
is there. Yes. But I have been there at Christmas. We had a Christmas party for them, and so I was there for several hours. And they did allow me to gown up. Now I'm not allowed to take pictures or anything inside of there, but I put a gown on and met the people. So
Okay.
I personally have met these people and have talked to them and know many of them.
Okay. That's
So it's
that's very
very
noble.
Yeah.
That's very noble.
Yes, well, it is, and we can use all the help we can get, and then we work also with the social worker there, and talking to her, she has said we are the only one that we know of. We're the only one in the state of Texas and possibly in the nation that is doing anything like this.
Wow.
When the facilities were first started, they were nonprofits, but they soon became for-profit entities, and so there's no one there to help with these sort of things. And so the dialysis center is definitely a place where there is a huge need for those for the indigent people.
Yeah.
Dialysis is such a I've learned about it so much. It's such a I hate to say it this way, but I don't know any other way to say it. Such an invasive and horrific thing to have to endure.
That's the word I would use. It is invasive.
And it's horrific, and it's something that is essential to life. And if you can make that a little more comfortable for people, and if you guys that are watching this, want to help, you can go to smallestgifts.org. You can sign up. We don't get on here and bum money for 2 hours. We hardly ever mention it. But, we need to do a better job at that, actually, because we want to give people the opportunity to share in what we enjoy doing. But the dialysis centers and the stuff that we do in the Philippines and things that we are just doing in our everyday lives and so forth, those are things that are unsung, and we don't do a lot to raise awareness. Oh, yeah. We don't do a lot to raise awareness like we should.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a better job at that. We've done it so long behind the curtain. It's difficult to talk about it, and I'll tell you honestly, the reason why is I don't want to be one of those people. You know what I mean? You get on and you say you got a ministry program, you're going to have a program that's going to be for entertainment and ministry, but really what it is you're there. It's just a 2-hour infomercial to get more money.
Right.
And I saw the other day, I'm not going to even mention the name, but I saw another one of the big-time televangelist preachers gets raided by the IRS and by the feds for fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of fraud. And really all they are is entertainers. But they're doing it under tax-free status.
Yeah.
And you can say, anybody wants to rear up me and say, touch not my anointed. I don't think they're anointed with anything other than the gift of greed. I think that's the only thing they're anointed with, because you can't sit around and take $10 and $20 a month from old widow women that don't even, they're trying to live on Social Security or pension or something like that. You can't do that and then buy you a $20 million airplane and have two of them and live in. You and that phone. I wish. I'm telling you, I'm sick of that phone. Do you not know how to turn it off?
It is off. The ringer's going to
It's off, but it rings anyway.
It's going to do it anyway. That's the way the program.
There's no way to silence the phone.
You see that?
Look, he's erect now. He's nervous wreck.
It's all
Look.
turned all the way down. It's going to do it anyway.
Nervous
It's
wreck.
got an O and OFF indicator on it. Find it.
Goodness
He
gracious.
sounds grouchy, guys. You need to get him something to eat.
That's why I asked him, was he okay this morning?
Well, that sparked me up. Say that again, Cindy. Yeah, it's coming up on 11 o'clock. Time to eat.
I tell you what, I picked Ricky up this morning. We was both hungry enough to eat a buffalo's neck with it still hooked to the buffalo.
And we haven't even eaten yet.
You hadn't eaten?
Nope.
Man, my sandwich didn't make it to the car. I went to Subway. We got him to go. Mine didn't even get to the car. I was eating a paper by the time Ricky got to the car. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I was so tired yesterday I didn't even want to eat. I just...
I'm telling you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, 28 hours of driving. And Ricky's phone going off because he's trying to tend to his flock. How many you got on your team now, Rick?
Shut up, Rick.
How many you got on your
Shut
team,
up,
Ricky?
Somebody, Cindy, tell Rick to shut up.
What we'll do tomorrow.
He's single. He can have a team.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll sit here and monitor how many shares he does.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's see. Had to restart my phone. Live feed was acting up.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, that don't explain why you were an hour and a half late.
Yeah, hour 45 minutes.
Yeah. We look
Uh-oh.
for you first thing. You're not there, and then what do? We feel off balance without you.
That's
and
right.
Merlin and, Don Gordon and Chris.
Who's Don?
Chris has been on.
The pawn
Michael.
shop guy. He was on.
Yeah, Don. I saw Don. Yeah.
he was on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. But we feel off balance when y'all don't show
He
up.
said he got his hairs cut.
Well, I'm glad you got more than one cut.
Did you take Bubba with you? Well, he's about Van. We haven't seen him in a week.
He said he got his hairs cut, so we'll just leave it at that. He got his hairs cut.
Yeah.
We will leave
Well, Cindy,
it at
what's on your agenda for today?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Now, here's what I'm going to put on
Mine-
my agenda today.
What?
We try to bring programming to you that sometimes we get edgy. And sometimes we say things that might be out of line.
Yeah.
Our heart's in the right place. And we have Cindy and Frank to help dial me and Ricky back. And we just want to say that what we really try to do is have a ministry that reaches people that are not familiar with Christian terminology and not familiar with Bible lingo. And we have to establish lines. And, we don't want to offend anybody, but we also want to be able to reach people that have no idea what you're talking about when you start talking about things that we that have grown up in the church or been in church take for granted everybody knows. Like a lot of people, they want us to preach hellfire and brimstone. Well, you can't scare somebody into hell that don't believe there is a hell, or scare somebody out of hell that don't believe there is a hell. You can't talk about the love of God to somebody that don't believe there is a God.
Thank you.
You can't talk about the peace that passes all understanding that comes only from Jesus if they don't believe that Jesus exists. And so what we do is we try to let the music, and if you listen to the meat that's in the songs that we play, we try to let the music do it. We try to make it interesting with humor, and sometimes we get too silly.
Yeah.
I admit it. And I thank Cindy and Frank for bringing that up, that we need to stay, on focus and on point. And but what we want to do is we want to let you know that it doesn't matter where you are. If you're in a situation where you're living with someone that you're not married, if you're in a situation where you're homosexual, if you're in a situation where you're, cheating on your income tax, cheating on your spouse, or whatever it is, we're not here to judge you. Because
right.
I can tell you that between the four of us on this program, we've probably done most of it. And the idea is there's no place too far from grace. And if God would give you grace, why would I not give you grace?
There you go.
If I expect God to give me grace and look over my sins and my faults, which most everybody can see, then how could I, in good faith and in good conscience, be judgmental of anybody? What we want to do is just to share the principles and the teachings, which include love and peace and understanding, the principles and teachings of Jesus Christ. And once that introduction is made, allow you to develop a relationship if you choose to do so, and the Holy Spirit will teach you and explain to you through your own understanding in ways that I never could, Cindy never could, Frank never could, Ricky never could. When it all comes down to it, we love you because we have been given the ability to love people by Jesus Christ. And we don't ever want to lose sight of that. And, we have fun, we laugh, cut up, we be silly, and we say things funny and we say funny things. But when it all comes down to it, our purpose here is to shine a light on a dark world and to try and be that morning sunshine in your life where when you get up and you're getting out to face a day full of uncertainties, full of financial stresses, full of worrying about your job, full of all the things that we stress ourselves about, if we can give you, out of 2 hours, if you can get 10, 15 minutes of it, we're just tickled to death for that. Well, there's Heath Locke there right now. Let's see what Heath's got to say now that it's 11 o'clock. Hold on a minute.
We'll just act like we
Home
started
Depot,
late.
how can I help you?
Did you miss me?
It's 11 o'clock. We're getting ready to sign off. I have to get you tomorrow. Frank's
I'm
about,
heartbroken.
Frank's about to
Listen.
starve to death.
I don't know, bless his heart. Well, I don't know what. Listen, I've got some tales to tell, so I'll get on tomorrow.
Let's
but
get you on
be
tomorrow.
You mean to tell
Be
me?
sure and have Ricky a diaper on and some oxygen.
All right,
We'll
we'll
just
be sitting by with a fire extinguisher. All
Heath,
right.
I already got my. You mean to tell me you had me wear my diaper for nothing?
Rick, Heath, let me just tell you this. I was right in the middle of my testimony right there when you called, but I had to take it. But the one thing I want to share with you that you can just keep this in your head, Ricky hadn't ever seen a barn in a silo. He thought it was one of them mosques. All right, I'll call you tomorrow. Love you, buddy. See you. Go ahead.
Love y'all.
All right, bye. You there, Cindy? Cindy?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I couldn't get them merged together, so Heath is out. But at any rate, what we want to do is we want to bring that little sunshine. We want to tell you that we love you and that we're only able to love you because
grace.
He loved us first.
And we were loved first. And
he loved us first.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to head out. Anybody? All hearts and minds cleared?
Yeah.
All's clear.
Anybody got anything?
How about you, Cindy?
Well, there goes that rooster.
Thanks for
Well, I
waking
hope
up
everybody
with
has a
us.
good day today.
Good morning.
We'll have
it's
all
Monday.
this. Yeah, we'll have all this stuff hooked up right tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I'll mess with it for another 30 minutes.
If that rooster keep on, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna have him for breakfast. I'm gonna get that rooster. He better stay. He better stay where he
I got
at.
to go get Sparky out of jail.
You got to go get Sparky out of jail.
You got to pay his bond. I'm getting him a bondsman, so I don't have to do 10%.
So how much repair work you got to do to the fence?
I just got to put a little board up.
Wow.
Sparky.
The
Well,
things,
he's used to watching those cats.
the things we do for love, huh? Sparky.
All right, see you, Cindy Lou. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Good morning, Tom Hamilton. Hope to see you tomorrow morning.
Sparky out of jail.